Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. And in the last episode, guys, we had a very awkward goodbye and two introductions to kind of counteract that. The first thing is we parted ways with Ankita. After that unpleasantness that happened in the Greenway, it took her some time, but she was able to meet with us. There was a very, very awkward conversation. She'd offered us pay for the job, and because we needed the money, we decided to take it. But more importantly than that, it seemed that if we just dropped the money in front of her, it would have destroyed her. She was pleading us to take the money. Now, I don't know if we kind of enabled her and let her know that it was okay and just business, but regardless of what happened, she's left the station, I think, or I think the ambergris is right there, but I don't know if that's going to be leaving anytime soon. But yeah, I think our story with Ankita is definitely over. We counteracted that, though, with two new introductions. Back at the Yadigan headquarters, we met Yannick, who is the leader that Dr. Sabine says is corrupt and doing some shenanigans. So I guess we're going to start trying to earn his trust and figure out what exactly is going on with that syndicate. And then back over here at the Greenway, we met Miko, the leader of Haifa Botany, who's doing some incredible things here in the Greenway, and looks like we can go ahead and help her out, because she's getting up there in years and needs some strong hands. So we've got one set of dice left. I think we're going to head back to the Sidereal and finish that project up. I just want to check something. See if there was anything here on the grid. No? Okay. So we have the Haifa labs now. And we have the ability to deliver spores. Rico has asked for samples of spores from the deep groves of the Greenway. With them, she might better understand how this biosphere functions. So, spore study, huh? Cool. Well, we will go ahead and start that mañana. We've held off this building project for a long time. Let me see, we still got some stuff waiting here in the works. Alright, Sidereal Bridge. Get a little bit more money while we're at it. You spend the shift in a flow state, linking systems to systems like thread on a loom. Your mind is a diagram of cause and effect. Your crew slowly filters out of the shipyard locker room, the bubbling chatter reducing with each group that leaves. There's excitement in the air. Havenade just made an announcement. The assembly teams are done. Sat on the locker room bench, you can feel the Sidereal out there. Its hulking mass now intimately familiar with you. Yeah, I guess, considering how long that clock was. Over the past cycles, you have watched it grow, be assembled. You've walked through its veins and welded its bones. Now it's ready for the final stage. It will go to testing now, then enter a final process of sealing and resealing, checking and rechecking before it's deemed suitable for its generational trip. But for now, your work is done. You can't help but feel proud. A cough interrupts your thoughts. It's Lem, changing out of his work gear. Mina nowhere to be seen. He smiles. Should be ready soon. Where's Mina? You two are fast friends, huh? She's been watched at home. Now I'm on the work team, I can afford a bit more help. He corrects himself. It was on the work team, I mean. We're all out of a job now. He quickly adds, not that I'm complaining. He comes to sit beside you on the bench. She's got to be in her best shape when she carries you, Mina, and me out of here. So, confident? Lem smiles apologetically. Why not? I figure I'm due a lucky turn by now. He rubs his hands nervously. No use in wondering what if until this draw anyway. There's a few cycles till then. Lem is right. But the odds seem unlikely anyway. How many are working in the shipyard? Hundreds? 1,000? You've certainly seen more faces than you can count pass through. And are the Celis Foundation even going to keep their promise? Out here on the Eye, you get the sense that no one will hold them to it. Why else would they be building the Sidereal in a surrogate system? As you think, Lem watches you with a worried look. Is it Kellis or Celis? I'll say Celis. Tell me about Celis, Lem. The Foundation? He thinks. Well, I'm not sure I know much more than you. I hear they have a planet in mind for the Sidereal, something temperate and habitable. I think they're run by some rich folk from the core, people interested in doing things different. Different how? Lem looks into space. Well, I guess they don't like the way the core runs things. All these surrogate systems, like this one, feeding resources into their silos. It's a pyramid of sorts, and we're the bottom layer. I guess Celis wants to change that. I'd rather keep my mind on the prize, so to speak. I don't care much what they're for or against, as long as they can help us get out of here. He sighs. You ever been in a thunderstorm, Sleeper? A real big one? I don't remember. Lem shoots you a worried look for a moment. It's something else. He smiles. The sound, the smell, the rain hammering down. The whole sky stretched out and bruised, roaring and huge. The place I was born, New Pembroke, a dry old rock in a Conway system, had 2 seasons. One of them was as dry as bone, dusty, ugly. The other was one long storm, a side effect of the terraforming efforts, they said. Rain used to rattle off the roofs like bullets. It'd wash the dust away, turn the streets to rivers. It'd sing us to sleep and wake us in the morning. We'd wait half a year just to see it again. The best day was the one where the first drops fell. Some days I wake up swearing I can hear it again. I was thinking, Mina's never seen a storm, never even felt rain. She's grown up here, the ring her only horizon, always in the dark. I want to change that for her. You will. Of course. Almost there. Lem stands, stretching. Best get back to the little one anyway. With the shifts done, I reckon she'll be happy to have me home for a few cycles. He shoulders his gear. See you in a few for the draw? I'll be there. Right on. He grins. Lem leaves, making you the last person in the cavernous locker room. As you sit, you think about rain, and a little hope creeps in. Is it possible? Could the Sidereal really take you to a planet? A place with weather? With skies? With life? You get up quickly, before you can think about it anymore. It's too soon to hope. Too dangerous. There's work to be done. Ooh. So how long do we have to wait here? Celis are apparently going to start moving the Sidereal Horizon to the hub soon. Oh, good thing we had the hub unlocked. So that's going to be 6 cycles. Cool. We've got 1 upgrade point, but there's nothing that costs 1. So we're going to have to kind of deal with that. Nothing to do but to crash out. Oh, wait, that's not our place. There's our place. Let's feed our stray. And, ooh, wait. That was nearly bad. Where do I go to buy food? Emphis stall is... Oh, yeah. I nearly ended the day very hungry. Gimbal lounge for a bite. There we go. Can't take that kind of stuff for granted. There we go. Well, now we should have multiple things to do here. I believe the mushroom farm at the bar is complete. It's going to be a lot of fungus-based activity today. There you go, buddy. Okay, Emphis stall. And, okay, the Overlook is still being worked on. Shipyard. Wait a minute. Haven H said it'll be a few cycles until the winners of the draw are announced. You'll have to come back then. Oh, so it's not only the draw. Interesting. Okay. Well, we've got a scrap freighter. Should we go ahead and buy some scrap? Yeah, let's go ahead and just buy all the things. We can sell it. Ooh, ship mine fragment. If we get one more, we'll be in good shape. Get some more coin. Outstanding. Okay. Well, that is our allowance. Let's go ahead and deal with that real quick. Wait, got to go to the fabricator. See, I knew what I was supposed to go to the fabricator. I just did it in the wrong order. Start that action. Now we'll be really in the money. For a nice 150 cryo. Cool. 333. Now, let's see what Emphis is up to. Emphis is preparing the Girol caps. Man, it's been a while since we've seen him. He has had to heavily adapt this recipe, he says. But the smell is already incredible. It emanates from a strange purplish white bulb you've never seen before, and he's slicing it finely. He brushes and slices the mushrooms and then places them in the wok with the sliced bulb and the oil. They caramelize there, in that well-worn crucible. He adds liquids, transparent and opaque, and then turns down the heat. A sprinkle of leaves is the final touch. We have a moment, sleeper. He smiles. Do you have a story? Something in the scent of the food gives you a feeling of nostalgia. Something distant and melancholic. It seems like the story should match that feeling somehow. And maybe you'll feel better for telling it. You know, Emphis has been good to us. Let's go ahead and recall one of our oldest memories. You start by explaining that when you are emulated from a person, many of your memories are left behind. Perhaps it's an intentional part of the process, a way of keeping sleepers ignorant and malleable. Or perhaps it's the side effect of the imperfect emulation. You admit that you don't really know. What you do know is that some memories survive, and that on occasion they come back to you, like shadows passing overhead. You detail one recurring memory, which despite returning to you with enough regularity for you to think of it familiar, always fades as quickly as it arrives. You struggle to explain the feeling of being whole for a moment that comes with this memory, and then how that wholeness slips away to leave you feeling like you've forgotten something important, but just can't bring it to mind. Emphis nods throughout, cooking as he does with deft and skillful movements. You start to trail off when you realize you can't find the words to explain how the memories you do have feel both yours and someone else's at the same time, and how that always fills you with a certain sadness. The sadness of remaining forever unknown, even to yourself. Emphis finishes cooking and meets your eye. I'm sorry, sleeper, for your troubles. He puts the wok to one side. I appreciate you sharing with me. He smiles. I hope it lightens you a little. He passes you a bowl and heaps the Girols into it, their yellow color mixing with the pale sauce and whorls and blooms. Eat. The dish is delicious, filling. It warms you as you eat in a way you weren't even sure your body could be warmed. It is a small mercy, you think, that S&ARP left you this pleasure. Many of the features of frames are there to simulate human experience. You know that much. Emulated minds cannot be rewired, so their need for embodied experience must be met. That is why you breathe even when you do not need air. Without that simulation, the sensation of drowning would be unbearable. Food serves another purpose. Your frame is able to metabolize it to produce energy from the raw material. Vitamins and minerals are excess, of course. Your frame only needs raw power. So much is wasted. And yet, while you eat this food and feel that warmth, nothing feels wasted. It all means something to you. As you finish, Emphis takes the bowl, the last of his cleaning. He smiles at you, and neither of you feel the need to say anything more. Instead, you simply exchange nods and walk your separate ways back into the bright market. Somehow changed. Huh. Well, that was cool. We can... Matsutake broth? Okay. And ordered fungus. We got that back. Cool. Wait, did we have... Grow mushrooms, get to know Emphis. Bring Emphis... Matsutake caps. Okay, so that's still going on. Interesting. I guess when we bring him, he'll reveal a little bit about himself. So, what to do? Now we got Yannick's ward here. We've got really nothing else. Things at the shipyard are going alright. Kind of just taking a quick look around here. Yeah, Yannick's ward. Let's go ahead and do that. Patrol the block. A little bit of danger. Love it. Perk Thrill Seeker. And, oh! Wait a minute. We're on a time limit up here, aren't we? Yes, we are. I'm glad I remembered this. Okay, good news is we should be done here. Seal those leaks. Your careful and focused inspection is rewarded with the discovery of a set of leaks, and you seal them up tight. As you both wait in the airlock for it to cycle back to the bay, Bliss thumps you on the arm. Nicely done, Sleeper. We cleared that contract, no problem. She stretches. And once we're back in the bay, we can check if the payments come through and divide it up. She stretches. Feels good. The airlock clunks and the lights flicker, and a moment later you're back in the bay, where Moritz is at the racks, trying to figure out where the mess of tools Bliss left in her wake should be hung. Hey, Moritz! Moritz looks over his shoulder. Sleeper. He spins a wrench in his hand. Look like clean work out there. He nods respectfully. You look over at Bliss, who's already gliding over to her management console. She twirls a little as she crosses the cavernous bay. No one you've ever met moves as well in zero-G as she does. It's like she was born into it. Oh, shit. Bliss slams a fist on the console. Shit. What's up? Well, I can't even... Bliss closes her eyes. Come here. Bliss calls you over. Look at this. Just look. She spins the terminal screen and you see the details for the bay's account. You see an entry for the Ember's wake, a repair fee paid in full the moment you finished up the job, but then directly after, the whole amount was transferred back out into an unknown account. How can this happen? I can tell you how. My ex is a sneaky little conniving shit. She punches the terminal. He must have coded a back door into the machine before he left. She rubs her forehead. There's no way we could... She pauses, thinking. Moritz, throw me that wrench. What's that for? Moritz spins the wrench across the bay. Bliss smiles. This. Bliss brings the wrench down on the terminal, hard. You flinch backwards as a hail of computer parts spill up into the bay in a glittering arc. Fragments of screen, memory, sections of the casing. When Bliss is done, she clips the wrench into her tool belt. Track backdooring your way into that, you shit. Moritz drifts out from his hiding place amongst the racks. Bliss, he says tentatively, you want me to... He looks at the arc of fragments drifting around the bay nervously. Bliss shakes her head. No, I've got it. You go get me a new terminal, cheapest you can find. Cobble one together from pieces at the old exchange if you have to. Can I help? Bliss glides over to a panel by the wall. Oh, don't worry. One of the first things I had installed when we spec'd out this place was a clean and sweep. She flicks over a plastic cover on a huge red button. Watch yourself. She hammers the button and a row of laser emitters unfold from the bay wall. They start crawling their way across the work area, flying the debris as they do in pulses of frying the debris as they do in pulses of burning light. Bliss smiles. It's that I just space the whole bay every few cycles. You okay? Not really. She stares at the sweep panel. Just don't seem to be able to extricate myself from this shit. No matter how hard I try. The cleaning sweep buzzes and crackles as it works its way across the bay. That account wasn't everything. I'm not that stupid. Once Moritz gets back, I'll secure it and flush everything else. She flicks a nearby piece of debris into the path of the sweep. Clean break. Then we go take another contract. That's it. She shuts off the sweep as it reaches the near end of the bay. You don't want the cryo back? Oh, I want it. But it's gone. He could have transferred it anywhere. She looks out across the hub. And even if I knew where he was, last thing I want is to ever see him again. She rubs her forehead. I'm sorry, Sleeper. I know you work for this too. But next time won't be the same. That's okay. She smiles. I'll see you in a few cycles. More to let you know. She winks and kicks off into the bay to finish cleaning up. Well, that didn't go well for her. How many cycles? 4. It seems every time we do those cycles that we're going to be under the gun, so we've got to be careful about that. Now, we've got 2 dice left. Let's go ahead and re-roll. Much better. And what do we want to do? Now we need to get spores. We don't need the work assignment anymore unless we want energy. We have the dorm here. So we still need to clear the overgrowth. I think we only have 2 things to do, and if so, that is kind of awesome. So let's do... What do we need to do in the wastes again? Just gather scrap. Alright. It's just if we need it. Now we're keeping the scrap right now, because pretty soon we'll be able to level up something, and we can use scrap components at home to repair our condition, which will be quite nice. Then we don't have to keep on buying the stimulants. At least I'm not sure how much that fills up, but I guess we'll find out. So, mushroom groves. Spores and fungus. Actually, I could do with both of those, to tell you the truth. Because we're halfway done with that sunlit refuge. Spore study. So you need spores, and Emphis needs fungus. So let's go ahead and do... Well, both of these are... Let's get the spores first. Good, good, good. Just needed 2, right? Oh. Alright, well that'll work. Rico is grateful for the contribution. Sleeper, you warm my heart with each delivery. Thank you. Again. Cool. So, do we want to clear the overgrowth? Or do we want to get some caps? Well, wait a minute. No, those are... We're looking for a specific type of mushroom, aren't we? Hold up. Let me check here real quick. Yeah, Matsutake, these are different. Okay, well I'm glad I know that now. I'm wondering if there is anywhere that would be selling such a thing. Noodle manufacturer? I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. Alright. Well, maybe that's something that we need to find at another time. Barter for food, yeah. I'm glad I realized that. That would have been unpleasant. So we'll go ahead and throw our points into here. Hey! Good stuff. Now, do we want to go ahead and get ourselves another stimulant? Might be something that's needed. I'll tell you what, let's go to the dispensary. We'll grab it, it's only 64. We've got the coin. A little bit of stability right now would definitely be appreciated. Alright, inject the stabilizer. Right as rain. Alright. Oh, didn't feed the cat. Be very angry with us in the morning. It's alright, cats are always angry. They're like the Hulk. Good dice day. Alright. Well, we are rocking and rolling here, guys. The Overlook Bar should be done here soon. About to have another freighter drop in here. Shipyard. Just a lot going on. Alright. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.